Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Halloween edition of the Rise of the Podcast. I am Jeremy.
I'm Kara.
And I'm the king of Halloween.
And I'm Brownie.
Oh, man. All right, everybody. So tonight we have Matt is back.
Yay!
And is that David S. Pumpkin?
No. Oh, no. I pre-existed long before him. No.
Yes, yeah, he stole it from him.
Yeah,
There you go.
Tom
You're
Hanks
the original.
stole everything I know. Yeah.
So it's obviously Halloween, and we couldn't think of a better way to spend our Halloween than with Matt. So Matt, just tell us a little bit why you're the king of Halloween.
You got it. Yeah.
Tell us why that's your claim to fame.
Wow. Well, that's what my friends have been calling me for a long time now because, when I moved to Duluth, we had this whole plan to try to make Duluth like a really Halloween-centric city, you know?
Yeah.
So my friend Sean Zarn and his wife Brooke Zarn, we started Twin Ports Terror, and we took over for HauntedDuluth.com. That's a website that features everything Halloween-y in the area. And we try to reach out to all the local haunts and all the different groups and things and have a little bit of unity with them all. And just keep the spookiness going. And so we are all kind of the royal court of Halloween, if you will. Sean Zarn is the mayor of Halloween. His wife is the first lady of Halloween. And I'm the king of Halloween.
That is awesome. Hi, Gabe. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, Gabe.
Hi, Gabe. So the last time that you were on, we were friends on Facebook now.
Yes.
And so
It's moved that far.
my favorite thing is I see all your posting of like scary movie clips and like all your reminiscent things. And I watched the whole clip of the Blob.
Oh, yes, yep.
So I just love seeing all those posts on Facebook, but I also saw you did a tour of your house recently.
Oh man, yeah. That was for our good friend Mona. He used to work with us. She was looking for fun little Halloween stories for her outfit, and yeah, she wanted to come over and have a tour of the house. And I love to have people over and like play with my toys and stuff.
Right.
Just not a lot of people are aware of all the cool stuff that's there. So so there it is. You kind of get to see like a small percentage of all my toys and all my collectibles and stuff that are up at Matt's Playhouse.
That is so cool.
In a legendary status.
I saw the collection and I was like, that is awesome. That is so impressive. So besides that, you came down here tonight and you were dressed up as a Ghostbuster.
Yes.
So tell us about what were you doing earlier in your Ghostbuster costume?
Well, we have a tradition with Ghostbusters North where Halloween day we go around in the Ecto and we just hand out candy to kids. And we've been doing that for a little while now, and we wanted to make it kind of special and like more 2020 this year. So we had like pre-baked, candies.
Oh, yeah.
And we went to specific. We try to hit different neighborhoods and as many as we can, and we just go until we run out of candy. So like the second we ran out of candy, I flew out here.
Awesome. That's so cool.
So dope. You're bringing Halloween to them if they can't go and get their Halloween.
Exactly. And you'd be surprised the second that the siren starts up and the lights start up, we just get flocked upon. So it's not much of a chore.
That is so cool. So what I've always loved about Halloween is like we're going to talk about some Halloween stories, but I'll save those till later.
Yep.
But I had a good time trick-or-treating as a kid. And then there's that middle ground where you're too old for trick-or-treating and don't own your own home to pass out candy yet.
You mean so between 14 and 50?
I love handing out candy. I really, really do. I love seeing all the kids' costumes, and I always try to set up Darth Vader on the porch with a lightsaber. And we do Star Wars, but we just go ham on the front yard. We put lightsabers out, and where we live now, we get all these trick-or-treaters. So I was so sad because of we call it Walmart. The code word for what's going
the pandemic.
And so
Walmart.
because Walmart, because Walmart more or less like hampered trick or treating this year. That's the sad part. But being down here with you guys, it's the silver lining to the night. So.
I've been Halloween. So like obviously I'm no king of Halloween, but I would consider myself like maybe like a Duke or an Earl or something. I love Halloween so much, and it was like. Even earlier this year, I was like, man, I wonder if this is going to extend into Halloween, and how is that going to sort of cramp the style and everything. And I've been looking forward to tonight's podcast so much just because I thought about just like a cool way to celebrate Halloween in a safe, responsible way or whatever. So we'll get to that in a minute. But I just want to say again how cool it is for you to just go and like sort of reverse trick or treat to give people a little bit of Halloween experience that they wouldn't have had otherwise. So
it's so awesome. And then, so one other thing I wanted to touch on really quick. We talked about it the last time you were here, but if anybody's looking for a scary movie or a fun movie to watch tonight, I highly recommend Gravedigger Days, Dave's Halfway House on Amazon Prime. Absolutely go check it out. And Matt is the main, like, you're the anthology, you carry us through.
He's the crypt keeper.
He's the crypt keeper.
Yes, one of the characters. Yeah, I love that character. I can't say more enough. You've said enough as it is.
So yeah, absolutely go check that out. And I told Kara, I was like, after this, once we're home tonight, we're just gonna watch fun, scary movies. So
I don't do scary movies, but apparently we're gonna watch some.
Yeah,
Good.
Tis the season.
Oh, and then one other thing. So Duluth just got a Halloween store.
Yes.
In the old Shopco.
Yes.
And so that is, have you been there yet? I have not.
Spirit of Halloween?
Like daily. Like they know me by name. Like I come in, like, oh man, we usually take the Ecto there or we're in jumpsuits or something. So they know like who we are. So yeah, we just rub elbows with the employees and just like.
That's so
They give you the gold card.
Yeah. Yeah, we got a few. We might have had a few.
That's awesome.
So besides scary and besides spooky and everything else that goes along with Halloween, there's another big staple, right? And that's candy.
Yes.
Chris, are you ready to orchestrate your plans?
Oh, absolutely I am. So real quick, Latin Operations Forces, shout out. Welcome to the stream.
Hi, Latin Operations Forces. Happy Halloween.
David said, don't lie about what you're doing. You're going to be on Xbox catching up on points tonight.
I'm curious what the final score was.
David can comment it.
Yeah.
I won.
All right.
So,
Did you?
I did. But just for now, he's going to kick my butt next month.
So for those of you that may watch both Rise of the Podcast and Stuff Labs content, my sister's channel on YouTube, she and her husband went through and re-ranked the best and worst Halloween candies in their own personal list. So I didn't want to rehash that, but we had a bunch of candy. So I was like, what we should do is a candy draft. We can't go out and trick-or-treat, but we can trick-or-treat right here from the safety of Stage 2. So here's what's going to happen. I have on a whiteboard for each of you a list of 21 candies. So it's the 10 best, the 10 worst, and there's one that's neutral. It wasn't on either list. I just threw it in there. And your job, in turn order, is to draft your Halloween haul. So you will be picking candies from this list to add to your candy bag. Once it's picked, nobody else can pick it. And they're worth points. The number 1 overall rated candy is worth 10 points. Then number 2 is worth 9, 8, 7, etc. The worst candy on the list is worth minus 10 points. So you want to avoid the worst candies and pick the best as we're going through and doing this. And so I will be keeping track of what you pick and the point values of them. All you guys need to do is take off the things that have been selected. Matt, the King of Halloween, obviously gets the first pick. Carol will be picking second. Yeah. And Jeremy will be picking third, but this will be in a serpentine style, so it will go Matt, Kara, Jeremy, Jeremy, Kara, Matt, Matt, Kara, Jeremy, etc., etc. I'll keep track of who's picking.
This is so exciting. Sounds really fun.
Yeah.
It's fantasy football, but candy.
But better.
Yes. It's better because candy is better.
Because you get to eat the end result.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's like, and of course, we have all of the selections here available to test. So then throughout the rest of the podcast, we'll be handing out candies, starting from the worst and working to the best.
Should I give a quick flash at the list?
Yeah, so this is in no particular order. These are what people are going to be picking from.
Oh, Matt's face is in there. Just focusing.
Ooh,
yep.
Spooky.
Okay.
So real quick, so Peanut Butter Kisses, Twix, Kit Kat Nerds, Smarties, Mary Jane's, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, M&M's, Black Licorice, Good and Plenty's, Hershey's, Skittles, Butterfingers, Wax Bottles, Sour Patch Kids, Tootsie Rolls, Candy Corn, Circus Peanuts, Necco Wafers, Snickers, and Starburst.
Bam!
That is the list of the 10 best and worst candies, according to the internet, of course. Like, who's to say who the definitive judge is? It'll be us.
That's right.
So if you want to play along at home, you can feel free to draft as well, or you can rank these things. Let us know how you feel. David did reply with a score update real quick. He said that Jeremy won by 2,150 for the month.
I'm going to sum this up in 2 seconds. David and I have always had gamer scores that were within a couple thousand of each other. We've gone back and forth over the years, and this month he had a fire that was lit under his little teeny tiny butt that he felt the need to just go crazy. So at the start of this month, I had 150,000 points. He got 15,000 points just this month. So over the course from 2005 until now, over 15 years, he got 10% of my total gamer score just this 1 month. So I've been rebutting him all month. I've been watching what games he plays, and he's been doing it to me. And I finished this month strong at 16,000, more than I had last month. So my heart can't take it. The competition, it ended at 7 tonight.
Yeah, so right when we went live.
Right when we clicked start. So that was that. Let's do fantasy candy.
Congratulations. Okay, Matt, with the #1 overall pick in this year's Trick or Treat draft, what would you like to select?
Wow. Okay. My first choice always permanently will be Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. #1.
Oof, that is going to be a tough one to give up.
That was going to be my pick.
All right, Kara, what is your pick?
I'm going to go with Snickers.
Snickers. All right.
I wrote that one out. So.
Jeremy, your pick?
Is the Latin Operation Forces a piece of candy?
Yeah. Trying to kiss butt.
Ha!
Everyone's commenting that Reese's is, of course, the #1 pick.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, seriously.
I mean, I feel, should I go, I get to pick back to back!
Yeah, so if you're waffling between two, just pick them both.
I'm going to pick my first pick because it's one of my favorite candies is Sour Patch Kids.
Ooh,
I love Sour
good
Patch
call.
That's just out of respect to the candy that I always come back to.
It is a first-round draft pick in this draft. That means something.
The hygienist in me is dying because of all the acid in that plus the sugar, but the person inside me is like, I love good Sour Patch Kid.
And then to come back, I feel like you have your staples, which were Reese's Peanut Butter Cups and Snickers you pick, Kara?
Yeah.
So the only one in that category I call is Twix.
Twix?
So I'm going to take
Solid
Twix.
choice,
There's
solid
a couple
choice.
left that are that good, but Twix is my next pick.
Okay. Kara, your second selection.
I'm going to go with Skittles.
Skittles.
Ooh, good call.
I love Skittles, too. Oh, Skittles are so...
All right, and then, Matt, you've got back-to-back picks here.
Oh, I love this. Okay, so, sticking with the theme of peanut butter, my #2 favorite, Butterfinger.
Butterfinger, good
solid.
call.
See, I love them. I hate that they get stuck in my teeth.
That's a good sign of a good candy, though.
I know.
All right, and your first selection of the third round.
Oh. You know what? I'm just going to stick with this and go Peanut Butter Kisses and just wipe the board of all peanut butter things.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
All right, Kara, you're up. When Chris is ready.
Go ahead, Kara.
I'm going to go with Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat.
So, guys,
It's definitely got a top 10 jingle.
when I talk my top shelf candy, M&M's has got to be on the list. So I'm going to go M&M's. M&M's, can't go wrong.
That's a classic, really.
With M&M's, and boy, I mean, I feel like this is mean to take these back to back, but I'm going to do Starburst.
Oh,
I'm going to do
okay.
Starburst, man. Oh. Whew. All right, Kara, now the list is getting kind of... And there's some strong candidates left.
Oh, yeah, there's plenty of good ones. And so, just try to avoid taking those bad ones.
I'm going to go with Hershey's.
That's
okay.
Here's the thing. You can't beat between s'mores and Kara... Funny story. Sorry. Kara buys Hershey's for s'mores. She freezes them, and I just eat the bars right out of the freezer.
And
it's
so
the
when
best.
we can make s'mores, guess what's gone?
You're just having marshmallow grams.
Right? Seriously, that's all it is.
Latin Operation Forces said, if we get to 20,000 followers, we're going to create a piece of candy just for Jeremy.
Yes!
Ooh. What?
Yes!
Go on Facebook, everybody.
Follow
the
Latin
Latin
Operation
Operation Forces.
Forces.
They're an awesome page. Tons of gaming news, nerd news. They're awesome. Check them out.
Guys,
Let's get that custom candy for Jeremy.
Jeremy
Yeah.
loves black licorice, so if you named a black licorice after him, nobody would like it but him.
Oh.
That'd be cool to make your own candy. All right, that's cool. Okay.
All right,
Matt, sorry, you are up.
It is your pick.
Oh man, okay. We wheedled through a lot of the good ones. There's one that's it's a controversial pick. This is a bold move.
I know what you're gonna call.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go candy corn.
I knew when you said
because
controversial, I would say
it's a Halloween staple. I actually enjoy it, especially the pumpkin-shaped ones. I'm gonna lump that
ones
in.
are delicious.
It's the same thing, yeah, and
But
like
it's a different shape.
It's not Halloween until I eat the pumpkin-shaped candy corn.
Let it be known, candy corn is my all-time favorite candy.
Oh, good. Okay.
Except for the Thanksgiving dinner candy corn.
Well, so if you corrupt it with horribleness, but
yeah.
it's like saying dirt-flavored candy canes are the worst candy cane.
All right, Matt, you get another pick.
Yeah, what is your next pick?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to go with Nerds. I also really enjoy the fruity candies, and maybe that one's a controversial one as well. It's always at the bottom of the bag.
Really quick, who here likes Nerds?
Oh,
everybody in this room.
Unanimous.
Good.
All right.
I love Nerds. They're
We're
good.
all a bunch of nerds in this room.
I mean, you are what you eat.
Yeah, the official candy of Rise of the Podcast. All right, Kara, your next pick.
Oh man, I'm gonna go Smarties.
Dang, I thought you were gonna do something else.
Smarties for Kara. Where's that?
All right, the last what I feel strong pick, which still holds a spot. It may be low in kids' list, but they still will eat it. Tootsie Rolls.
I knew you were gonna pick that.
And
so,
the fruit ones are to die for, but if we're talking these
the
are
vanilla
regular.
ones are my favorite.
The regular Tootsie Rolls are still delicious.
When I was a kid, my brothers and I would pretend it was tobacco.
So now this is candy suicide, and I know I've got I held Sour Patch Kids. I've got to stick with my bros of Good and Plenty.
Oh man, Jeremy, are you trying to lose?
I was gonna say, you trying to lose, Jeremy?
Guys, wax bottles are on this list.
I mean,
oh my goodness.
My turn.
It is Kara's pick.
I'm gonna go with Circus Peanuts.
Circus Peanuts.
Okay.
So, Chris, is that it, or is there enough to do back one more?
there's
a couple more rounds left. There should be 7 complete rounds.
Yep, you're right. Matt will do his double, and then Kara and I won't get a pick. I'll just get what's left.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we know what's going to be left.
The other one of Jeremy's favorites.
Yeah.
I should have took Necco wafers when I had the chance.
Okay. Well, I'm going to have to actually do the wax bottles for this one. I do enjoy those.
I knew you were going to pick
They're
that.
not my favorite thing, but you have to do a little bit of work to appreciate them.
Yes.
You bite the head off. That's kind of cool. There's no other candy that's that way, so hopefully I get a few points for that. And I am not going to pick Mary Jane's. I despise that candy.
Oh, good. Well, at least you only have to eat one of them.
It's the right color, but it's the wrong flavor. They packaged garbage dump and mixed it up, and there you go.
Eat black licorice or those.
Well, Necco
black
wafers
licorice.
are on there. Yeah,
Definitely black licorice, yeah. But I won't choose black licorice. I'm going to have to go with Necco wafers for my next one.
Okay.
I mean, you've had Necco wafers, right?
Oh, yeah.
The cinnamon one is
Oh, I've never had the cinnamon
See,
one.
that could actually be good. The regular ones are terrible.
Yeah, they're good.
Oh, Latin Operation Forces has commented, since Jeremy and Kara are top fans, we're going to get them early Christmas presents.
Yeah! Oh!
And then Brad says Tootsie Turds.
Yes.
So, Carol, what are you sticking me with? Why am I even asking? Are you going to take the black licorice?
Nope,
or are you
I'm going with Mary Jane's.
Really?
Yeah.
I will gladly rest on the
You can keep
horse.
your little black strings of death.
Love black licorice. I will gladly
I don't even want to eat those tonight.
All right. Well, you guys, I'm going to do some quick tabulation. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment.
I'm going to win.
Have you met? This is Gabe the Ewok.
Oh,
And
hello, Gabe the Ewok.
I did this a couple podcasts ago.
Well,
No way!
Yeah.
He did a third of that. Gwen did 2/3 of it.
Well, okay. All right, well, what was the end result?
It was hot.
Well, here's the thing. He chugged a bunch of milk before, chugged a bunch of milk after, so there were no after effects that affected him.
Okay, let me rephrase that. I ate this chip while getting shocked by a dog collar on Max.
Oh my God.
That's true. David's dad brought down a shock collar that went up to 100, and Jeremy shocked himself with it.
I did.
I'm going to have to tune in and watch that.
Yeah, I'll have
that
to
sounds
go
like
back and watch
nonstop
it.
entertainment.
And all Kara had to do was put her tongue in a 9-volt battery, which you've done before, haven't
I've never
you?
done that before.
Totally.
Yeah, you check to see if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
It has to be a guy thing.
It's
I've
a childhood
never known
rite of
that.
passage. You you gotta.
Brad says, "Stop it, Kara. You barely even licked the battery."
I licked it twice, Brad.
All right, so just give me 1 sec, actually. Dry throat. Okay, the results are in, and they're very surprising.
Oh.
So, the top rated candy of all time, of course, is Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Obviously.
So Matt had the best pick.
Yep.
Yes.
Black licorice, the worst rated candy of all time at -10.
No!
Oh.
No!
Yeah,
Good
so
Plenty's were,
Jeremy-
like, next, what weren't they?
Jeremy picked the worst 2.
Yeah.
Oh,
way.
no.
Good and Plenty was worth -9 points.
Like,
No!
the only way
Oh,
you take a Good
that's
and
an
Plenty...
extension of black
It
licorice.
is. The only way you
Yeah.
take a Good and Plenty out of the candy bag is if you're like a 90-year-old man.
No!
So Jeremy started pretty strong. Kara was on fire early, and then she got kind of stuck with a couple of bad ones.
Ah, dang it.
So the final scores were Jeremy was -6.
No
Ooh,
way!
wow.
Jeremy had a negative scored candy haul. Kara was +5,
No way!
and Matt was +2.
What?
Oh, wow.
Kara-
What?
Kara won.
Does that
so-
mean I can give my nasty candy to them?
No, but you can relish in the fact that you are the best at picking Halloween candy.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
Kids
so-
come
Can
to
we
our
hear- can we
house
hear
with
the
one
team
good
that
candy.
won?
Yeah, so we'll go. So here's the winning team: Snickers 8 points, Skittles 7 points, Kit Kat for 4 points, Hershey for 1 point, Smarties for -5, Circus Peanuts for -2, and Mary Jane's for -8.
Wow, and she still came out that positive, huh?
Yeah,
it's-
because
it's
she had
Snickers.
she had
Yeah.
2 of the top 3 candies.
Yeah.
So
And
what was worth 9 points?
+9
That probably
M&Ms,
M&Ms.
which went in the
Oh,
third
really?
round.
Okay.
Jeremy had the second ranked candy. So Matt had Reese's for 10, Butterfinger for 3, Peanut Butter Kisses for -2,
Oh, no.
Candy Corn for -1,
That's not that
Nerds
bad.
for +2,
There you go.
Wax Bottles for -4, and Necco Wafers for -6.
Oh, it was the Necco wafers and the
Oh,
wax
that's
bottles
what
that
got me.
did you in.
Yep.
And of course I disagree with many things on this list. This is just what the internet said. And then Jeremy had Sour Patch for 6, Twix for 5, M&M for 9. So really strong first 3 rounds. Starburst for 0.
What?
Starburst was not on either list. That was the wild card I threw in to make it equal
Dang.
3 full rounds. Tootsie Rolls -7. Good and Plenty -9. Black Licorice -10. So the last 3 rounds destroyed Jeremy.
Those are
Tootsie
some of
Rolls.
my favorite
man.
candy.
Tootsie Rolls are a top 5 candy for me.
That's what I'm saying.
I like Tootsie Rolls.
That I feel
So,
Tootsie Roll was the game chat. That's probably what did me in. My loyalty to Tootsie Roll.
I lost the cap for this pen.
I would have definitely thought it would have been a +1.
Tootsie Rolls are great to trade with.
You can, yeah,
You know,
it's currency.
there are definitely the Tootsie Roll fans out there.
Chris
and,
would
you
trade
know,
something for a Tootsie Roll.
Well, absolutely I would.
Well, we found out the history of the Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, they were given to soldiers during World War II.
Yep.
Yeah,
To
for
give them
chocolate
energy.
rationing and
Yep.
whatever.
Just to give especially pilots, just to give them that extra boost of energy to like stay awake during long flights and stuff
Yep.
like that.
All right, well, Jeremy, do you want to grab the first batch of stuff? So
I will, and then I'm going to show off my artwork. Because they're watching, I tried to draw Latin operating forces and gave the Ewok, but he looks
He looks like a zombie.
He says Nub Nub, but his teeth make him look like a skeleton.
He means
It's
brains.
Halloween.
That's
Here's the thing: it's Halloween. He's supposed to look scary, right?
yeah, for sure.
Oh, is that okay? Oh, I don't need to come up there. All right, here we go.
No. So here is
Oh, yes!
Oh,
we're starting.
no.
I'm
What?
gonna relish in the fact that it's this.
Oh,
Can
my.
I use the fact that I'm pregnant that I
Woo!
shouldn't eat this?
You have to eat at least one piece. All
Oh,
right.
yeah.
So black licorice, the
Are we
worst
just going for
candy
it? We can go
of
for
all
it, right?
time.
Can I eat it?
Why'd you have to get big chunks?
And then blame Gwen.
When? What
Oh,
is
yeah.
this?
Oh yeah. It is magnifico.
So Matt seems to be dealing with it. Kara's unhappy, and Jeremy's just on cloud 9.
What's not love?
Look, Jeremy, I'll give you my candy.
I'll eat them all. Guys, black licorice is good. Somebody comment that you like black licorice. This is delicious.
Do you,
Jeremy, we don't have an audience of 90-year-old men.
There's nothing wrong
I
with
think
it.
nerds are a Willy Wonka candy, Brad, if I recall correctly.
What's wrong with black licorice? It's delicious. Here you go, Baby Yoda. He would eat it.
No, Baby Yoda wouldn't.
I don't know. The frogs are probably. Yeah, Mike Fish says nasty.
No.
All right.
Little
well,
Bean is revolting.
unfortunately for everybody except for Jeremy, it doesn't get much better in the next round.
Oh, no.
It only gets better from here.
Oh, my. Okay.
Well, I guess Mary Jane's, I think, are next.
We've upgraded to Good and Plenty.
Why can't they make Good and Plenty out of red licorice?
Yeah, like
right?
the good licorice.
Now, do you prefer black licorice over red licorice? Is that your thing?
I can't say I prefer it over red.
Oh, okay.
The brand that does black licorice is, their red's the best.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really, really
it's
good.
like the
And
angry
then,
kangaroo or whatever.
Red vine. I mean, it's a different
Oh,
I
taste.
do
red
not
vine.
like red vine.
I love
It's
red vine.
weird. Mm-mm.
Matt, red vine.
Okay.
So I
I
will
love
say
it.
the saving grace of Good and Plenty's is they do have that hard candy coat, which tastes decent.
That's what I'm saying.
So just
get-
swallow it like a pill and it'll be fine.
Right? After eating that chunk of black licorice, this tastes like heaven.
That's hilarious.
They're good.
I think it's gonna be interesting as we start moving up the scale. I know that Jeremy's enjoyed what people consider the dregs of Halloween.
It's good.
He also likes Circus Peanuts people.
They have a classic sound. Can you hear this on the?
Oh, I'm sure they can.
It sounds like a 90-year-old's pillbox.
Yeah.
They're delicious.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So from people aren't sure what some of these things look like, and I feel bad because I don't know where the wrappers or some of these went.
Oh, the candy wrappers. Put Ryan on it.
Yeah. So here. Oh, the Wily Wallaby. This is the black licorice.
All right,
Oh.
everybody. Here is the black licorice. Oh, cell phone.
Just get it. There you go.
Okay.
All right. So there's still. You want to pour these into your cup? There's just more Good and Plenty's in there.
Jeremy's like, yes, I will. Thank you.
This evening on Vanna White Candy.
So these are Good and
That's Vanna White.
Plenty's.
Just kidding.
Notice they are a fat-free candy. Delicious, might I add.
All right. So what
Why
is the
do you
next
need Good
one?
and Plenty's?
Candy.
Oh, totes.
Since you're not eating these ones.
All right. And,
Jeremy's just
I'm
getting a
saving them for
haul.
you. Yep,
since you're
all the
up,
black
so
licorice
here's
for you.
the next one's hand out. So show one of
Oh,
those to the camera.
no. Those.
Honestly, I don't know what they taste like.
Ugh.
It's been a hot minute.
We got Mary Jane's. These were kind of hard to find. So here, show them this.
Ugh.
I did not want to buy that. This is how I had to get these.
Oh, no.
I had to get
So many of them.
I want to talk about Chris's dedication to candy
It smells
or
like
to
peanut butter.
production. In order to get these, it was worth doing this.
Oh,
I had to
my.
buy pounds of bad candy in order. The show must go on.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
It tastes like peanut butter.
And they're here's my problem. They're so freaking hard.
Yeah, that's the only thing. They're hard.
Oh, so is this pocket candy?
No, it would melt in your pocket.
That's perfect. You put it in your pocket, your body heat warms it up, it's easier to chew.
Oh, okay.
I do it with Starburst.
I thought you were wondering like if it was like a Werther's or something you could safely store in your pocket.
No.
I'd eat these.
I
It reminds me of like a peanut butter cookie.
I hand carry a body heat Starburst.
I mean, right?
Not bad. I mean,
If
with
it
the
wasn't
cheapness to it.
if it wasn't so
store-bought
hard to
peanut butter
chew,
Okay, there you go.
I could easily see this being like a neutral pick.
Yeah.
If it wasn't so dang hard.
I
Yeah.
got it. You know when you finish a jar of peanut butter?
Yeah.
And you can't get all of the stuff that's on the sides? If you left the lid open and it dried out and then you scrape that out as a candy, that's these.
No, I just said it tastes like store-bought peanut butter cookies.
Brad says fat-free is nothing to brag about in a candy.
It's true.
And he puts Cadbury eggs in his pocket. That's a dangerous pocket.
That
candy.
yes, it is. Wait, are we talking like the full Cadbury eggs? Or are we talking about like the bag of like the?
I would
small-
imagine the cream-filled ones.
I mean, that's dangerous, yo.
What I love is I literally thought I was the only person with pocket candy. Wow, the light's feeling intense there.
Yeah, right?
So, in case people are wondering, we have our lights set up to be in sort of flickery mode to add to the spooky.
To add to
Ooh,
the
I like
ambiance.
that, yeah.
We actually gelled the lights with Ryan did it.
I see that. That's
Yeah.
Set on
nice.
colors. Oh, and we have C3PO skeleton or like
This is actually a Halloween card that my aunt and uncle sent me.
Mm.
I told Jeremy, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm the only family member to have gotten a Halloween card this year, and it's C3. It's because it's C3PO.
Show them off.
oh.
Yay!
We have the classic. We have the classic Tootsie Roll right there. That's a classic, friends.
Mm.
Here you go.
There we go.
Brad says the
All right.
Cadbury eggs are a fetish. Leave them alone.
So Matt, This is kind of fun. Somebody's handing out candy to you.
This is nice. Yeah, this doesn't happen to me that often.
No.
Yeah.
This is kind of probably fun, right?
I appreciate this.
I mean, you don't get to pick what you get.
Also, they're going to get much better.
We're starting at the bottom of the barrel. So.
Tootsie Roll easily makes my top 10 candy list.
How is a Tootsie Roll underneath a Necco wafer?
That's a good question.
Like, I'm just saying.
DoorDash for candy.
Wow.
So, is everybody else at home eating candy right now?
I think they should be. Everybody
should be.
just be picking out on candy like us.
Yeah. Come on.
Matt, do you have any trick-or-treating stories you want to share whilst we're handing out candy?
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, there's a few fun ones.
Oh, we get the whole thing, huh?
Yeah.
Trick-or-treating all the time. Oh, my
This is really
God.
home when you have your sample.
Wow.
Show off the camera.
Wow.
Did these?
So,
I forget what these
are
taste
a
like.
staple from when
These
I was
aren't
a
like
kid.
candy cigarette type thing, are they?
Come on.
Oh, man.
There you go.
There we go.
It's been a minute.
And it lost it, but we're back.
All right, so your story,
Wow.
Matt.
Oh, yeah. So,
The ASMR is crazy today.
Oh,
I'm
it's
sorry. It's all candy.
It's like candy hearts.
You never had Necco wafer?
Oh, it's been a minute.
ooh, I love candy hearts.
They're like mint candy hearts.
These are one of my mom's favorite candies.
They're not bad.
What'd you say when you found out you were ordering?
Okay.
I didn't tell you. I paid $3 a piece for these.
Damn!
They're hard to find.
Are these rolls?
Colors?
Yeah,
$3? Wow.
Like you used to be able to buy them at the gas station for a nickel.
I didn't realize there's different colors. I just hit like 5 pinks in a row.
Give the pinks are the best flavor.
David says, I'm clicking my mouse 100,000 times.
He's playing astronomer right now. Astrology.
All right.
I'll tell you, I keep getting sidetracked. I'll tell you a fun little trick-or-treat story. So, I don't think there should really be an age limit on trick-or-treating. I will basically still trick-or-treat. I'll go trick-or-treating from time to time. I went trick-or-treating far into my 20s, even into my 30s, shamelessly. And here's the cool thing. No one really gave me any grief about it. No one would ever be like, aren't you a little too old? Like, none of that. Like, as long as you're wearing a costume, doesn't matter if you're 6 feet tall. If you're wearing a costume and you're there to go through the ritual, people get it. And they give you candy. And, basically every year, I would never get any flack for it. And there's a great little line that you can hit. Specifically, one year I went down Hammond Avenue in Superior.
That is
and
the Miracle Mile for trick-or-treating.
yes, and it was like the greatest place. Like every house was lit up, and we went for hours. And my buddy Sean Zarn and I went down there one year, and he was a little skeptical because he hadn't gone trick-or-treating in a while. He's like, we're in our 20s. Should we be doing this? Everyone's going to be giving us flack. I was like, don't worry about it, man. This will put you in the Halloween spirit. We were filming a little thing at the time. We went through, and it changed everything. It changed his worldview on trick-or-treating.
That's
And
awesome.
not one single person gave us any trouble for being old.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, if there was one street in the Twin Ports area that embodies Halloween, it's Hammond.
yeah.
It's awesome. Oh, there we go. So this is the fifth worst ranked candy. Sorry, the fourth worst ranked candy.
As a kid,
Okay,
I
Smarties
would
isn't bad.
pretend these were pills that I had to
Yeah,
take.
I think that's everybody's childhood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brad says it's the boba bust.
Yes.
At some
and-
point, we might talk. Do you watch The Mandalorian, Matt?
I have not gotten the chance. No.
Okay.
Smarties. I don't know why people don't. I like them.
No, they're just sugar. There's nothing to not like.
It's got a little
Yeah,
tang
it's
to
pure
it.
sugar with dye.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
It's got a little to it.
little like micro
Little bit.
sourness.
Like like they were trying to go for sour or tart, and we're just like, just a little bit,
But really,
just a hint.
Here's the thing, though. Smarties have been around forever, right? Mm-hmm. What was really more sour than this until Warheads came around?
Oh yeah. Chris, this isn't
Maybe Nerds. I think Nerds are a little. They're a little more tart than this.
A
All right.
little bit.
I have a story when I come back, but here are wax bottles.
Oh,
These are
there we
Nickel
go.
Nips brand.
Oh, this is a treat. Okay, I haven't had a wax bottle since childhood.
Right.
Oh man, this is gonna be awesome.
What's the best flavor?
So while we're going, I'm gonna go
Probably
blue.
red.
Ooh,
Red?
Probably a red. I'm gonna go with green.
Oh,
today.
you got to go with the classic green.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend that that's Ecto Cooler in there.
But I have a story, Matt. You'll probably really appreciate this. So, these are way better than I remember.
Oh, man.
You know what it reminds me of? Like the Kool-Aids, the little bottle Kool-Aids or the jugs.
Remember those Squeeze-Its?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And the Jaloozes? Yeah.
This tastes just like the Squeeze-Its.
Yeah, they do.
Huh. I have not. This specific flavor has not. I have not tasted this in years.
Or it tastes
man.
It tastes like the Freezies when they.
It does. Yes.
Yep.
Wow,
They like scar up your face.
That is surprisingly. Ready, Chris? Here, ready. Oh, squirt in my mouth. These are delicious.
Man.
Well,
they do have distinct flavors too.
I want everyone to re-vote on these wax bottles.
these
These
are
need to be
way
way
better than I
higher
remember.
up.
this is how many of those I had to buy.
Oh,
No
man. Wow.
But you guys just put those up there. You can just get after them as you want.
Oh, man.
This is how many Chris had to buy in order to get them at a reasonable price. Dude, these are a treasure. These are a national treasure.
Agreed.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of stuff on this hated list that is just absolutely ridiculous.
Black licorice and Good and Plenty's belong there.
Packaged by a great surprise candy company.
Those orange fruit Tootsie Rolls are good.
All right, what's next?
I'm telling you, vanilla's my favorite flavor Tootsie Roll.
I can't get on that bus, unfortunately.
This is one that I think should be further
That's
down
another
the
one
list.
I'll trade. You know.
So this is the number.
Oh,
8
these.
worst.
Okay, yup.
So this is getting towards like the actually palatable side of the list, allegedly.
So here's
But
These
circus
are
peanuts.
hard.
I have a story
There's-
about these.
And there's such a distinct smell to them. I opened the thing and immediately was like teleported back
yeah.
to childhood.
So this was the one candy when my dad took me to the hardware store that he would always get me was circus peanuts. Always, Menards. He would buy them, and they were like $1. He's like, "Here you go, son. Got circus peanuts for you."
Well, here's the thing. I feel like I could only eat like 1 or 2 of these before I like just got this massive stomach ache.
I'm pretty sure I got stomach aches all the time when I ate.
Yeah, they're not super redeemable. Yeah, so David, I forgot that we had a candy store around here. It was just I tried getting this stuff far enough in advance that by the time I thought of it, it was already too late and had been shipped. So he pointed out there's that candy store in Carlton where I might have been able to pick up most of these things. But you know, you live and you learn.
All right, trick or treat story. I'm gonna get the next one. Keep the candy moving.
This.
Why are they
No!
orange? Why are they orange?
No,
I don't know.
They could be any
What
color.
do you even call these things?
These are the peanut butter kisses.
No.
Oh, these were the peanut butter kisses.
Okay, so when you said peanut butter kisses
Wait
earlier,
a minute. That's what I voted for? I thought I was voting for Hershey's.
No.
right? That's what I thought too.
That's why I lost.
Matt, here you go, an orange and a black.
Oh,
for you, Matt.
no. Okay.
Yeah,
These are the things I hate the most. Oh,
They
no.
betrayed you. They literally betrayed. That one choice could have changed the
It
course.
did.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
my
it
God.
absolutely did.
Candy, stab me in the
It's
back.
Mary Jane.
All right,
So
so
is just not down with a Mary Jane.
in the spirit of, all right, so here's my amazing trick or treat story.
Can
When
I
I was-
pause you real quick?
Yes.
Brad says, I always wonder who liked some of these candies, and it's Jeremy.
Yep.
That was the reason why they kept him in production.
Oh, man.
So in the spirit of these candy betraying you, Matt, I want you to think about the power that this
This needs to
person,
be lower.
this house did this year, or not this year. This house did 20 years ago. That stuck with me till this. I can remember the exact situation. I may have told it on the podcast or the podcast before, but I'll tell it again. So my mom is driving me from house to house. It was cold out. I go up to this house, and as I'm walking up, they didn't have much in the way of decoration, okay? It was very simple.
It's like our
one
house.
pumpkin lit up and one ghost in a sheet. And I knock on that door, and I waited. And it took, I'm like, I'm waiting. I knock again. Nothing. They're not coming. The light's on. The pumpkin is lit up. To the point, I even said, man, what's taking these people so long? I was mad. All of a sudden, that ghost went, boo. They were under the sheet.
Oh,
And
man.
I jumped probably 3 feet back, and then the girl was laughing who was under the sheet. And she was like probably 30 years old. She says, I tricked you, Now I can treat you. And between her legs was a bucket of candy, and so she just lifted up and gave me a piece of candy. That scared me so bad, though. I'll never forget that.
Yeah, to go
that
home and
triggered me.
change some pantalones.
Man,
Was it this candy that she gave you?
I should have been.
Oh.
I've done my duty.
I'll tell you what, the first taste, like straight out of the package, is like straight chemical.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's not a lot redeeming this candy. It's like
No.
the texture isn't great, the flavor isn't great.
Like, seriously, I'm confused
The
how that is
packaging's
higher
terrible.
than a Tootsie Roll or a Smartie.
How do they
Or-
continue to make this candy every
I don't
year
know.
is the thing.
I remember distinctly this particular candy growing up, thinking it's like this has to be from the night. This is a batch that they made in the 50s, and they're still handing it out. This is like the fruit cake of Halloween.
It is. It is. That's a good way to put it.
I'm fairly certain I read that there is a town somewhere in the U.S. that has banned people from handing the peanut butter kisses out.
That's
Oh,
100%
that's
true.
where I think I'll move. Yeah.
Right?
Oh yes, here we go.
So
Candy
this,
corn.
welcome to my all-time favorite. You want to show the camera?
Ugh.
Elf wants to be here for these. What?
The center just exploded, and
Oh.
it's way worse in the middle. Ugh.
Oh, you still on your peanut butter kiss?
Yeah. Ugh.
Do you need any water or anything, Matt? I guess we didn't really
I
prepare.
got a little water bottle down here.
Okay.
I will need water though.
All right, you can't beat a classic candy corn. Not gonna go out of my way saying it's my favorite, but I definitely don't. I don't hate them.
Right.
This is my neutral candy.
I heard somebody say it's not their favorite, but if it's sitting in front of them, they'll eat it. You know?
This is the classic party bowl Halloween
It is.
candy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it's like, how could they ever go bad? They're already rock solid.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you could leave them out for 20 Halloweens and they'll still be great.
These are actually soft.
Oh.
They're fresh.
Yeah, they're not bad.
Oh,
Now,
you can
these-
always tell a fresh candy corn
Right?
too.
The
Yeah.
other ones kind of have a snap to them. These ones just kind of.
Where'd you source your candy corn, Chris?
This is Walmart candy corn.
Walmart. Got it.
This candy corn says it's best by April 19th of 21.
There we go.
See?
So
At least you got a few good months out of it.
And that's what I'll do is like November 1st, I'll go out and I'll buy. It's the pumpkins that I'm always looking
there you
for
go.
though. That's the thing I need, so it's like around the rest of the year for me.
The pumpkins are just so delicious.
Right.
All right, are we on to the next candy?
yeah, we are to our neutral pick. We're moving up to the good list.
Ooh, okay.
Starburst.
Three sort of chunks here.
Starburst.
Yay!
1, 2,
Good.
3.
Oh, I want pink.
Ooh, you're one of those like I like the reds person, aren't you?
Thank
Jeremy,
you.
show the
I-
camera.
yeah.
The red and the
I
pink.
mean,
So this is one of
This
my
is what
favorite
I get.
candies. Right here, the classic Starburst.
A little more center. Yep, that is a Starburst candy. Brad says he just eats the tips of the candy corn and puts it back in the bowl.
That's sadistic.
Sadist. I like that. That's funny.
Here's a fun thing you can do with candy corns. You've seen that picture circulating on Facebook where you can actually build a cob of corn out
Really?
of candy corns. That's why it's
Yeah.
yellow on the outside. Yeah.
We need to do that.
Yes.
That's
Yes, we do.
cool.
So how you guys feeling now that you've eaten 10 terrible candies?
I mean,
I'm getting loopy already.
I'm doing good. It's been a minute since I've had candy.
Does this remind you of Halloween night? You dump the bag out on the floor, you're searching through it,
And then you go into a sugar coma.
making your
Tastes
trades. Okay, how do you guys feel about Suckers as Halloween candy?
love them.
Like,
Love
like
Pops.
I mean, they're a
I love
good
Love
filler.
Pops.
that. Yeah. So, because there's about 3 types that you get. You either get the blow pop, the
Tootsie
Tootsie
Pop.
Pop, or the caramel apple.
You know the one Halloween
yeah.
candy I hated getting? I hated Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, what?
Because they're just, you got to work at them.
I love
I
Jolly
want to be able to
Ranchers.
consume my candy and be done. Jolly Rancher, you bite it, it like sticks to your teeth and you can't open your jaw.
Oh,
Or
'cause you're
you
not
have to
supposed to
suck
bite
on
it.
it forever.
That's the point. It's a sucky candy.
That's my old person candy.
my dad's favorite candy is a Jolly Rancher.
He used to put them in Sprite.
Interesting.
Oh,
and
that's
you drink it.
interesting.
Yeah.
No, I was gonna say, if you're an adult version of Jolly Rancher, watermelon pucker, and Sprite. Tastes like a watermelon Jolly Rancher.
Listen to Carol over here, the drink expert. You can
That
tell
was
she's
like-
been withdrawn. All right, what do we got next?
It's been a minute.
We've got.
There's a lot of candy.
That's why I'm drinking
wow.
water.
This
to,
is the
Oh my
lowest
God, this
rated
is gonna
good
destroy me.
candy. The Hershey bar.
Oh my.
Don't forget to show the camera.
All right. Guys, this is a classic. This is the...
Yeah, just hit a dead center frame. There you go. That is a Hershey bar. That is about as stock standard as it gets.
Thank you, sir.
I enjoy these though. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Brad says, I've wanted to say that's what she said almost everything he's had to say today.
My man.
So,
Guys, we are literally having our Halloween. Like, this is what you do. You eat your Halloween candy. We are literally having Halloween live on air.
We're celebrating Halloween correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
cheers.
I would not mind making this a podcast tradition.
Oh,
Ooh.
heck, I do this, yeah.
Samesies.
Except,
The fantasy football thing was really fun.
yeah, it was.
I love it.
I wasn't expecting high scores because like so many things balance each other out. I was not expecting a -6 score. I didn't think Jeremy would be silly enough to pick both black licorice things.
He picked good and plenty, like,
He chose
early.
good and plenty.
yeah.
It's a good candy. It's got good in the name.
If they have to tell you it's good, it's probably not.
Right?
Also,
with a name like
plenty in the
Smucker's, it's
name,
probably
like
good.
plenty negative points that came with that choice.
Yep.
All right, this is one that I think should have been rated way higher.
Okay, I got a question for Kara.
Yes. What?
And here, if you want to,
Ooh, nerds,
Nerds,
yeah.
and Jeremy, if you want to dump the rest of these into your thing and show off the box.
Yes.
All right.
Ooh,
So here we have
the rainbow
American
color.
classic of Nerds.
Just so, I was gonna say, just so
Oh, you're really going for it.
Oh,
Okay.
yummy.
All right, there you go. Chris, how much you pay me just to drink this whole entire thing?
I'm nothing. That's the budget of this show. We spent our annual budget on candy.
So, Kara, tell us a story, or just tell us when you were a kid. What was? There's got to be a costume that you were excited to get or go as. I think mine was a Ninja Turtle.
Ooh, nice.
was
Which
dressed up
Ninja
in-
Turtle?
Donatello was my favorite, but Leonardo, I can't remember if it was Leonardo or Donatello, which one I ended up getting.
You know, Donatello does machines.
He does. Leonardo leads. We
Oh,
got to do
Nerds
the
is
rest
so
now.
good.
Raphael is cool but rude.
Michelangelo's a party dude.
Is that the song?
That's the theme song.
Donatello. I can't place it.
What? Donatello does machines. That's it's the end of one of the phrase.
Got it.
Raphael's cool but rude. Michelangelo is a party dude. Teenage Mutant Ninja.
Turtle.
How do you not have that burned into your head?
Yeah.
That is
my
like
There's no
all time.
escaping
That is a top all-time theme song.
animated theme songs right there.
My mom can't remember who Boba Fett was in Star Wars, but she remembers the Halloween costume I wore when I was 4. It was Donatello, absolutely. She just texted me.
Wow.
Clutch. So
Good.
that's mom priorities.
Oh, it is. I'll tell her. I was like, remember when the guy who brought Han Solo to Jabba the Hutt, that was Boba Fett. And she's like, not placing it. She's like, I remember the Hutt. I was like, well, I hope so.
Yeah, no one else pizza's the Hut, just so you know.
Right. So, Carrot, come on. A Halloween costume? Was there anything you were excited about wearing or putting on?
Honestly, my family didn't really celebrate Halloween growing up. Like, we went trick-or-treating a few times.
You had to wear a costume.
I dressed up as a princess. I think that was my favorite one. I had this big, like, 80s taffeta, hot pink, poofy sleeve dress. And my mom made me this tall cone hat with a tulle veil coming off the back. That was my favorite costume, I think.
Cool.
She also made me a dolphin costume one year.
This is
was
another.
pretty-
How
this is
did,
another
how did you
all-time
walk
pick for
around
me.
with the tail and stuff? Like, how did that work?
Show the camera.
It was like, kind of, the tail went off the back around your hip area. Yeah.
That's cool.
All right, Matt. This is
Yeah! All right.
Finger.
And as far as nerds go, I do not recommend eating a Hershey bar and then eating nerds immediately after.
Yes, I'm kind of wondering how some of these collisions would go.
Some of them don't mix well.
The thing I always remember about Butterfingers are the Bart Simpson commercials.
Yeah. Yes.
Butterfinger BBs.
Yes.
Nobody better lay a finger on my Butterfinger. And then he'd like hold it up next to his head and it'd be the same shape.
Oh, that's such a good candy.
Yep.
Actually, so this
So, like, Snickers have nougat. What's inside a Butterfinger? What do you call that?
it's like a crispy peanut butter layer.
Yeah.
So this candy in particular just reminded me when we would go deer, because hunting season's right after Halloween, and my family big hunters, and to the point where like when some people go hunting, they go out for a few hours in the morning, come back for lunch, go for a few hours in the evening, come back for dinner. That does not fly with this group of people. You go out at 4 in the morning and you sit there until 30 minutes past dark. So you have to bring a lunch with you. So my grandma would be set up with all these things, like making sandwiches for everybody. We'd hunt out at my grandparents' house. And it was our job to bring the Halloween candies. We would put some Halloween candies in each of the lunches. And Butterfingers were always like, the one. If you got a lunch packed with a Butterfinger in it, you were going to have a good day. That was like the lucky candy.
What if you shot a deer? Could you come in?
Well, I mean,
were you filling tags at this point?
So people would hold on one second here. Ooh, this is one I know many people like. There were a couple of people that their job was to go around and check on people and see if they needed help collecting stuff. My dad's story that he likes to tell was the first time. The first time he went out, he had 4 deer down by noon, and he was like trying to figure out how he was going to get them out of there. And one of his cousins-in-law, my mom's cousin, huge dude, just grabs one deer and throws him over each shoulder. And then my dad's pulling these 2 sleds behind him with the other deer in them. But anyway, so Butterfinger reminded me of that. Classic, great candy. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
My mom just texted me. She said, "Be careful about me picking on her for a memory because she'll share a childhood story."
Oh,
Annie,
that sounds like a challenge.
Don't text Jeremy the story. You got to write it in the comments so everyone can see it.
Exactly. Or call me directly, and I'll put you on the line.
I love that. I love that.
All right, so we've gone through classic Kit Kat. Chris, what's next?
Oh, you guys, you're already ready for another one. This is the one that Kara was waiting for.
What is it?
Do you prefer left or right, Kara?
Right.
Even the minis are marked that way?
Yeah, we got this is the one on top's the right.
Oh, I've always been a right guy. I don't know. The left ones just don't sit well with me.
See, now I like the left.
Well, so there's only one right, so you guys are gonna have to fight over it.
Oh, well,
You're the king of Halloween.
Or actually,
okay, thank you.
left. Do I have another right
appreciate
over
that.
here?
No problem.
Here's another right.
All right.
Boom.
All right.
Oh,
It just flew into my cape. There we go.
I'll take both.
Yeah, Al says, please share these stories, Annie.
I
Yeah.
know, everybody wants. Wait, they're smushed.
They're a little melted.
I love that's risk you got to take with candy.
I love all the Halloween candy memes. The one I saw lately is, parents, make sure you check your kids' candy. Somebody hit a World War II platoon inside of them.
All right, how's everybody feeling? We've got 5 candies left.
I feel sugared up.
I'm doing good.
I am going to
Really,
be
Kara?
dead. I'm going to be dead at
Jeremy.
the end of this.
How much candy have I had in the past week?
How is she doing good? I am sugared out. But,
Okay.
I mean...
Here's the thing. We're getting to the top 5 candies. You can't quit now. The best is yet to come.
I mean, I'll eat some more Good and Plenty.
You're
keep
the
eating.
worst person ever,
I'm good.
Jeremy.
I'm good.
So
I don't know
here,
what's wrong with these 2 weirdos, but
Kara. Eat 2 Brute. Oh my goodness.
Skittles.
Oh, what is this? Yes! Good.
there's a quality snack there.
Oh, what do we got? I can almost read it. Oh, the baby is going to have a sugar addiction.
Yeah. That sounds,
Not the first
that
time you've
sounds
read a
correct.
comment live
Who
on
said
air.
that?
Yeah.
Brad.
Well, Brad, I have been diagnosed with gestational diabetes, so after tonight, I probably won't be eating much more candies. So
Yeah, this is a special one-off.
this is.
We've been
Yeah.
preparing for this.
You have to eat Halloween candy
you
on
do.
Halloween.
So,
Mike is sure that your mom has a great story of you being scared.
Annie, you need to share the story,
Oh,
please.
crap.
Yes.
I know the story.
Can she share it?
I know. I can share it. I know the story.
It's not the one where you got scared by a ghost?
No, I know the frickin' story.
What is it?
Oh, Annie says, ask Jeremy to tell everyone the alien story. Is
That's
this
the story.
It's the story. Oh, we have a story.
All right, tell it.
All right. I lived not far from this building. This stupid story. So, okay, first off, I told the alien story that my dad saw a UFO or whatever, right?
Yep. The
And
most credible
so-
alien sighting story you've encountered.
There's 2 movies I hate, Chris. Event Horizon.
Ooh.
That is a spooky, grossy film.
And I want to say it's Fire in the Sky.
Yes, I can
It's the
confirm or
one where
deny.
he climbs under the table and like the syrup drips over and then it falls on him and he has PTSD back to being abducted by aliens?
Yes.
Is that the one?
I can confirm.
Okay.
Yes. And that sheet goes over him and it's
Oh, man.
like flat against him. Yeah.
That scared me as a kid. Okay. I'd like watched it on TV. My parents didn't let me watch it. So I come in the living room to talk to my mom. And outside the window, my dad was dressed up in an orange jumpsuit, a full alien head with a light-up, rotating light collar, and a cheap alien blaster. But it was one of the big classic alien heads with the really long egg-shaped face and the huge black...
Little gray man.
Little gray man. And he was gray, not green. Exactly, little gray man. And so I come in the living room, and I look over... And there is a floating alien head outside the window, like illuminated from low, and it was just like that lower illumination. And I saw it, and I think I fell over backwards, it was like out of the living room into the dining room. It scared me so bad. And he's just standing out there with like his laser beam, just like looking in at me. But it was all black around him, and all I could see was this alien head.
That is so funny.
Because I was trying to think of when was a time I was ever scared. It scared the crap out of me.
And he said, before you even finished the story, and yes, he was so scared he ran out of the room.
Yes, it was.
How old were you?
I mean, I was old enough where I shouldn't have been afraid.
So like
14.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
It got me. It got me because I was like, let's go to Connors, whatever.
That's
I'm gonna get
hilarious.
abducted.
Your
So it
Skittles are on
freaked
the
me
floor.
out. Oh, I've eaten some. I threw them because I was angry when I knew the story she was talking about before it hit me. I was like, oh, that was definitely the story. That's stupid. Now, if he walked in here right now.
Well, I accidentally skipped these, so transpose the last two.
Oh, yeah! Here we go! All right.
Matt, I see it. I'm going to give it to you. This is the only one with the blue in it.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
So,
That's
Jeremy, if
where
you want to
it's
show the
at.
box.
Yes. Oops.
Sorry, that was a bad
That's
throw.
okay.
That was
These
a bad
are the
throw.
candy that
Yeah.
I go to Walgreens and I buy for a couple bucks before I go to a movie.
These are fresh. Like,
Nice and soft.
Ooh, they
Oh,
smell
yeah.
fresh, too.
Oh,
Like-
you're keeping that one.
like sometimes you get them and they're kind of hard. These ones are just like, they're like
Oh, crisp.
perfect.
You know, these are
I'm not
fresh,
particularly fond of gummy textures in general, except for Sour Patch Kids. I can deal with them because they're so good.
Hands down, these are the freshest ones I've ever had.
Yep, 100%.
Now, here's a fun question. Have you guys had the Sour Patch Kids
Watermelons?
breakfast cereal?
No, I have not had the
Ooh.
breakfast cereal.
It is strange. It's hard to wrap my mind around it.
Sweet and
about the
sour and
Pop-Tarts.
milky, huh?
Oh, what?
They
Really?
make Sour Patch Kid Pop-Tarts.
I have not tried that. Wow.
I bought the Fruit Loops.
Aren't they Sour Patch Kids?
I thought I bought Fruit Loops.
They do have Sour Patch Kids Pop-Tarts for sure.
I know I've definitely had the Sour Patch Kids one, so yeah.
I bought the
Ooh.
Fruit Loops. You may have gotten the Sour Patch Kids from work.
Interesting.
Oh, such a good candy, everyone.
They have
I hope
ice cream
everyone
too,
watching
and
this-
like
Yeah, they do.
the little fruit bars and stuff. Those are so good.
My favorites are the Sour Patch watermelons. Those are super good.
Classic Sour Patch are where it's at.
All right, Chris.
All
We
right.
got 3 left.
Yeah, we're in the top 3 now.
Top 3.
Kentucky Fried Chicken gravy.
Ooh.
Grab a Snickers if you're hangry.
Nope.
Middle one.
Oh.
That is a Snickers. Classic design.
Yes. Thank you,
Bottle,
sir.
bottle caps remind me a lot of
Ooh, I like bottle caps.
Smarties.
I love bottle caps.
I like
Brad
the
said that
root
he's
beer
a
ones.
bottle caps fan.
Root beer is my favorite.
They, like in my mind, they're always just like, oh, wasn't there a thing about throwing a root beer bottle cap into a glass of root beer at one point? Wasn't that like a thing?
It sounds like a thing.
Was it?
Sounds like a fun urban legend that you could invent right now.
Oh yeah, so apparently, if you put it makes it real beer. No, I don't know. Any of you kids out there looking to get a illicit drink, throw a root beer bottle cap into a thing of root beer and it makes regular beer.
Trust me, kids, root beer tastes way better than beer.
Oh,
beer.
1,000%.
Yes.
Oh, so yeah. So Mike's confirming there was something about putting a root beer bottle cap into root beer. So my memory has not failed me yet. So Snickers, great candy. It's so packed full of different stuff. It's just like if you're not full after eating a Snickers, there's probably something wrong with you.
Oh, so good. I love their marketing is so strong too.
Yeah, it does fill you up. Have you guys had the peanut butter Snickers?
Yes.
Yes.
So good. I don't know why they come in squares though. They
Yeah, they're
don't
just
come
trying
in
to-
the bar shape. It's only the little chewy square
Weird.
shapes.
Yeah, they're like trying to mess with you.
I think it's because they don't want you to eat too much at once because it's like better than the original. I would say it's better than the original Snickers.
I would say it's borderline a Reese's peanut butter cup.
Yeah, same. Like if I mean, there's never like a Reese's shortage, but if ever there was, I'm going right to the peanut butter Snickers.
Yeah.
Being that I'm the guy who likes the weird candy,
Yeah,
you
weirdo.
can't go wrong with what's the peanut free Snickers?
Milky Way.
Milk is it? Yes, it is Milky Way. Milky Way, their midnight Milky Way are
Oh,
delicious. It's
that's-
dark chocolate
all
on
right.
the outside.
That's usually rated one of the worst candies
What?
because of the
No.
dark chocolate.
It's dark chocolate on the outside with like a vanilla in the inside instead of the.
They're
Love
good.
dark
I
chocolate.
like them a lot.
Love me
oh,
some dark chocolate.
Midnight Milky Way are to die for. The wrapper comes in like a pitch black Milky. The Milky
Yep.
Way looks just so cool.
Yeah, Milky Way. Yeah, Brad. Milky Ways are super underrated.
Do you know
Also,
what I think is underrated? I like Three Musketeers.
Oh, I love them. Yes.
Here's the
yes.
here's the thing. When I realized this blew my mind. You take a Three Musketeers. You add caramel. It's a Milky Way.
Yep.
You add peanuts. It's a Snickers.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
literally just that's literally the escalation.
You get the
A
delicious
Three Musketeers
nougat.
plus caramel is a Milky Way. A Milky Way plus peanuts is a Snickers bar.
Yep.
What could you add to Snickers to make it something new?
Pretzels?
The first thing that came to mind was
Hey, you
caramel.
gotta take 5. You gotta take 5. Am I right?
I think you're right.
Oh
I think
my
you're
Wow.
right. We've found it.
That is
oh
actually
my
pretty
God.
cool. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty neat.
My mind is legit blown right now.
He said pretzels, and that would be the next. And then oh my God, take 5.
That's
wow.
hilarious.
Wow. Now I feel like
Wow.
there's another candy that does that, like Baby Ruth. Something
Isn't
else.
Baby Ruth
and
is the
100
another
grand.
version
and-
of the Three Musketeers? More or
No,
less?
Baby Ruth is like a payday with
Well,
chocolate.
if you
on it.
want
gotcha.
the other one, what do you have? Mound and then Almond Joy?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes,
but a Mound has dark chocolate and Almond Joy has milk
Oh.
chocolate.
I like Almond Joys as well.
Oh,
Don't
I love
hate,
Almond Joys.
like-
Coconut's the best.
They're so good. The I
Wait.
love coconut.
I enjoy coconut in there, yeah.
Well, how do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
Love it.
It's okay. I'm not a hater, but I'm not a supporter.
Chris loathes it.
What do I
Oh.
love?
Pineapple on
'cause
pizza?
The sweet
Oh,
and savory.
yeah. Why do you have to bring that up? I mean, we're getting some feedback on the loudness of rappers. It's part of Halloween. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah,
That's just
what
life
happens.
is.
Yeah.
We're in the number 2 greatest candy of all time.
Ooh.
Oh, we still got
We have 3 different size containers here. So
Oh my
those are to
God.
share. This one's yours.
Wow.
M&M's.
Thank you.
If you don't know what an M&M looks like, I'm sorry.
So, like, okay, when I was a kid, green and blue were added. More,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
within the last 20 years.
Yeah, it was red, yellow, and brown were the
Yeah.
And they had 2 brown colors. You guys remember that?
like the tan.
It was like a
Yeah.
tan, a
Yeah.
tan and then this. And the name was even different. It was just, the name of the flavor was plain.
Yeah.
And then they changed it to milk chocolate because plain is just plain.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Brad, I'm sad that you're gonna go and get a pineapple pizza tonight.
Yay,
Yes,
Brad! Hey, Chris.
Get it with barbecue sauce instead of red sauce. It's super good.
That used to be like the one trick that I could do.
Wow.
I don't want to perform the Heimlich, so please don't get one stuck in your throat.
Yeah. Here we
On
go.
a roll!
That was like a lot. I can't
Yeah,
believe
that is so impressive.
Wow.
Crowns off
You
to
got
you,
a
my
better,
friend.
you got a career ahead of you. All right.
Yeah, if this podcast thing doesn't work out, you got this.
We'll join the
Here we
service.
are.
Yeah.
I can't joke. One of the ultimate candies in the face of the planet. I had one watching The Mandalorian last night.
I did too.
Bam!
Yeah.
Reese's peanut butter cup.
That's where it's at.
Yep.
If I could, I would send these to all of you watching because we all know Chris bought enough. Wow, Kara's ready. She's putting her hand
Thank
up.
you. Yes, this
Guys,
is the number
There's
one.
this one and then one left, isn't there? Is this
No,
it?
that is the one. There's just
Reese's
more
peanut butter cups is
Skittles.
number one.
This is it. This is it. Boom.
And did anybody disagree that Reese's Peanut Butter Cup should be number 1.
No, it absolutely should be. There's no
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, it's landslide across the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Except people with nut allergies.
You in the
I'm
back?
sorry for you guys.
Yeah.
What?
Same thing.
What?
Take 5.
Take 5.
That's your favorite candy?
Well, here's the fun thing about Reese's. Their shapes make them better. So you get the egg Reese's or the pumpkin, like they have
Yes, I agree. They put more peanut butter.
They do. They're
for
delicious.
the shapes. Yeah, peanut butter pumpkins are
that was
just
so good.
the thing to have.
My sister brought up the same point. I'm in the minority where I think the original cup shape is the golden ratio.
Oh, I love the egg ones.
I definitely will not avoid any of the other shapes.
How about frozen?
No, Jamie loves
I
frozen
don't have the
candies.
patience for them to freeze.
We're so good. Well, I haven't felt like this.
Mini cups. Yeah, okay.
I have not felt like this since Gwen made me eat all the sugar Jello gummy bears when I lost it.
The gummy
Kara.
Legos.
The gummy Legos. So much sugar.
So much,
Oh my goodness, so much sugar.
man.
I think I just hit my sugar limit. I'm not sugared out, but I'm comfortable
The
where
crash is coming momentarily.
Oh yeah.
If I go silent, that's what happened.
I have
So-
an alien moving around in here. My stomach every once in a while is like, he's getting the sugar.
After eating everything tonight, if I had to pick one candy to take out of here with me, I would take the wax bottles.
Oh,
Really?
wow.
Really?
That I eat so much Reese's and I have Skittles whenever I want. There's something the wax bottles brought me back. They were way better than I remember. I feel like I always just focus on the taste of the wax and not what was inside. But it was like the wax bottles were surprisingly good. It's a good thing you got 60 pounds of them.
Yeah.
Wasn't that a pleasant surprise? I feel like people need to re-vote on these wax
agree.
bottles.
They're
yeah.
going off their memory as a kid, not their knowledge as an adult.
So-
Or what they could do is repackage them so it's not wax, so it's like something edible.
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, so on their actual packaging, because there have been a few different brands that make it. So these are packaged as nickel nips, NIKL-NIPS. So like apparently they used to sell for a nickel or something. So that's what like the for branding is. Then it says wax bottle candy underneath it or something. So
These things are legit.
is there any? So wax bottles was on the bad list. Is there anything else on the bad list you guys would take off?
Tootsie Rolls.
Tootsie Rolls, 100%.
So just to recap the bad list.
I would put PB Kisses at the very bottom of the list. Number 10.
Ugh,
Oh, no.
yeah, I can't
Those would go
believe.
above black licorice.
No
for me. Yeah.
way.
Black licorice is just always terrible.
No, it's
Yeah.
not.
So here's the list of the bad candies again. From least worst to worst, according to the internet. Candy corn, peanut butter kisses, circus peanuts, wax bottles, Smarties, Necco wafers, Tootsie Rolls, Mary Jane's, Good and Plenty, and black licorice. So I definitely think a case can be made. So obviously candy corn shouldn't be on the bad list. I understand that it's
I agree.
divisive, but I think that it shouldn't be on the bad list.
Did anybody try lemon tonight?
No.
Wow. It's like drinking a lemon head.
Ooh, thank you for
Yeah,
the
feel free
info.
to dig out some, pass them around.
Did anybody want to try lemon? No?
Yeah, oh, definitely.
You want to try a lemon,
I'm going
Matt?
for mine here.
I'm good
got
right
one
now. I
floating
think
around.
I've probably...
So
Try the lemon. It's surprisingly...
I think there's 3. So I think candy corn, wax bottles, and Tootsie Rolls. Those 3 shouldn't be on the bad list. Smarties, I think, is a neutral thing. It could go either way.
That's officially my favorite flavor of these now. Yep.
That is like... Or it's like a sweet Gatorade, like a sweet lemon Gatorade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Wow.
it's flavorful. I'm surprised.
So Brad said tomorrow candy will be super cheap. Unfortunately, tomorrow's not Halloween, so we had to get the stuff in advance.
We had to get it in advance. Chris, I just want to actually say thank you for how much like pre-production and work you put into this. You should have seen it. The table just had a spread of all of the candy we distributed.
We should have taken a picture.
3 cups each
Hindsight.
times
Yeah.
20 candies. You prepared 60 cups of candy?
Yeah, well, some of the things are packaged, but yeah, there was like 33 cups.
Wow. That's impressive. That was absolutely awesome, Chris. What a
So-
fun way to spend Halloween. So
I
we got,
think so.
Matt, you do Ghostbusters. Mm-hmm. You have the King of Halloween. Do you have any other costumes that you absolutely love, or are those what?
Ooh, okay. The one people don't see as much, one of my all-time favorite costumes is Chucky.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
my favorite character of all time. So, and people say that I remind them of Chucky a little bit. So I run around and I've got the wig and the whole thing.
Oh my God.
And yeah, I'll run around in public in the Chucky costume. I don't care. It's just fun. It's just fun, and everyone knows. Even though you're a full, 6 foot tall Chucky, it's still horrifying to people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, in the new one, the voice is played by Mark Hamill.
Mm-hmm.
Did he play the ones originally, or was it somebody else?
No, originally it was Brad Dourif, and he has always done the voice of Chucky in all of them, and in the upcoming TV show. So yeah, they chose Mark Hamill. They just rebooted it with all new people. Otherwise, I think they actually did approach Brad Dourif to do it, and none of the original cast wanted to get involved. It's a whole legal thing. So yeah, but he was a good choice for the reboot, I will say. He does brilliant voice acting. I thought he'd be like nothing but the Joker the whole time,
Right?
And he was not the Joker. He was something totally different.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, Chris called me up. He was like, he's Firelord Ozai in the Avatar cartoon show. And he just has such a wide variety of voices.
Well, he's
he can do.
Skips in regular show. If anybody's seen that, I recommend Regular Show to those who haven't seen it.
So again, Chucky was one of those movies I had just seen one time on TV, and it absolutely horrified me because I saw it way too young, probably. But is there one where they're doing military training and he switches out the blanks for
Yes, Child's Play 3.
Yeah,
Yes, that's one of my favorite ones.
That was the one that I saw, and then and I don't even think I could finish it. And then I was trying to think of the other really scary movie that I had that was just reminded me of that I couldn't watch. Oh, Poltergeist.
Oh man,
Man, that movie creeped me out. Ryan, I see. Are you agree, Ryan? Yeah.
I do.
Oh my goodness, is that movie scary?
The clown scene is the most horrifying thing. Like, if you're scared of clowns, if you're scared of stuff under the bed, if you're scared of ghosts, that one scene does everything.
Oh man.
Well, so
I don't watch scary movies.
here's Jared says Child's Play when he hits the babysitter with the hammer.
Oh man, yep. Chucky's first on-screen kill.
The poor babysitter?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, she had it coming.
So I was watching some movies the other day. I just sort of had them on the background, and there were some movies that are maybe borderline Halloween movies, and so one of them in particular, the one that I want to talk about to get your opinion on whether or not you consider this a Halloween movie, is The Terminator.
Oh.
Terminator 1, the original one. And I don't know how recently any of you have watched it. But as opposed to any of all the sequels are more action-based than anything. The original one, I think, plays more like a horror film, like a thriller, because it's just like this slow, unstoppable monster mowing everything down in pursuit of you.
Yeah.
Where you basically have no chance of really defeating it or whatever. And then and the climax of the film is it's destroyed. Oh no, it's not. It's destroyed. Oh no, it's not. It's destroyed. Oh no, it's not. It just sort of has that escalating thing, and it's got her by the throat when she hits the thing and smashes it, and it's just it's a shiny titanium alloy skeleton. It's spooky, and I just want to get your guys' opinion whether or not the original Terminator is a Halloween movie.
Well, the only thing I can say is it like Die Hard to a Christmas movie? Is like Terminator?
No,
to a
it's not.
Halloween
It's not set during Halloween. It's just a movie that I think is
That-
appropriate for
for
viewing during
Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah, I could agree with that. I won't say it's a Halloween movie, but it would be great. It would be a great precursor to Halloween. That would be a good August or September movie.
Okay.
If you were going to build yourself in. It's rated R, so it's in the horror. I'd say it's a borderline horror, especially with those visuals at the end, like you were talking about. That's the scariest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
They never went scary like that again with the sequels.
I remember being terrified one of the first times I had watched it, because I actually saw Terminator 2 before I saw Terminator 1.
So did I.
Samesies,
So
yeah.
did I.
And I went back to watch it. It's when it got to the end, genuine, for those of you that forget, so there's a car chase sequence, and then he gets into a semi that has a loaded gas trailer. It explodes, and you see him burning alive, and then turning into the skeleton or whatever. And then he's chasing them as the skeleton thing, and then he gets blown up. And then now he's just a skeleton torso,
Yeah.
chasing after him. And then he gets so it's this continuing to get more and more gruesome. And then, of course, like when it starts off, like he's like normal Arnold Schwarzenegger, and then like before he falls off a motorcycle, he has the half machine face, half man face, also horrifying. So it's like it just like escalate. The last 20 minutes of that film is just like this steady ramp of just getting more and more and more terrifying. And I can't believe that I finished it the first time I watched it. It scared me so thoroughly, and I think maybe that impression is why I lean towards putting it into the scary film canon. But
that's pretty cool. Terminator 2 is one of those movies I watch, and then is like I didn't realize that because Arnold's the bad guy in the first one, right?
Yeah.
And then in the second one, I had seen the second one first. So when I went back and watched the first Terminator, I was like, wait, what's going on here? Why is he the bad guy? But then, I mean, it makes sense.
Well, so, and then the way James Cameron had filmed it and put it together, it was supposed to be a big twist that gets revealed at the mall where Arnold Schwarzenegger is the good guy.
Yeah.
But all the marketing cut it under.
They ruined everything, yeah.
So it was supposed to be a thing where you thought that I always forget the name of the actor, the person who played the T-1000.
Oh, Robert Patrick.
Yeah, so it's like, he's like the clean cut, like he looks like he's going to be the new Reese. Mm-hmm. The guy who's coming back to protect everybody or whatever. And then all of a sudden, it's the tables have turned type of thing. It was supposed to be like this holy crap moment. And it's like if the marketing had ruined that Luke was Darth Vader's kid.
Right.
Like that was supposed to be like the moment where everyone's like, what? But yeah, I got totally undercut by the marketing.
Well, and the opening seems like that because he gets teleported in, he takes the biker's clothes, and he goes off into the night. It's like he's hunting. He is on the hunt. So it definitely opens that way for sure.
So Mike said he met the T-3000 in Africa. That's interesting.
What?
Tell us more about that story. And then Brad said he waited in the video store for hours waiting for someone to return Terminator while his mom waited in the car because he wanted to rent it.
Oh, that's epic.
Wow.
That is epic. That's the experience you'll never get. There is something about a movie rental store.
Yeah.
Is a special place.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was an event. And here's how I would set this up in my childhood. This was like leading into like the perfect type of weekend. It's Friday, maybe you had like a half day at school or something, whatever. Your parents decide it's like, okay, well, since you're going to be coming home early, let's go and get the grocery shopping done for the weekend, right? So you do all the stuff. It's horrible, laborious. You're walking around the supermarket for what feels like years. And then you get everything loaded up. And then, like everybody else, they don't necessarily want to deal with the hassle of now, like, putting all the groceries and then cooking something, right? So they're like, well, we'll order a pizza for dinner, right? So you're already excited. It's like, oh, we're going to have pizza for dinner tonight. And then they're like, you know what? Let's swing by the movie store on the way home. And let's go pick out a movie. And then and it'd be one of those things where it's like mom and dad would pick out a movie and then each of the kids would pick out something or maybe they pick something together or whatever. And it's like something and there was no internet. There was no like learning what was good.
Right.
What was
Yes.
good. You had the cover.
That was it.
Of the VHS cover to decide whether or not it was something you were going to want to watch or not.
Yep.
And it was just this experience where it's like all of these different things had to come together to have like an amazing 2 hours on like a Friday or Saturday night.
Yeah.
It's just the pure fact is, or like the drama. You go in and then like there's 16 covers of this movie that's popular, but it is a Friday night, so there's one left.
Yes.
And you get like the last of it.
Oh,
or
yeah.
it's like it's just those feelings. It's just not a thing anymore. It's never gonna be again.
Yep.
Nope.
Ever.
On Netflix, nobody's ever gonna. It's not gonna rent out
On
because it's
demand,
Netflix.
Google, you can get any movie in any streaming platform basically.
Yeah.
Or any,
Yeah,
like,
if you're willing to pay, you can watch literally anything.
Yep.
If you're willing to pay up to $15, basically.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There is one video store left in this area, just one. It's
Which one is it?
Premier Video in Superior there.
Really?
And you're coming right off of Hammond. You turn on to Belknap, it's right there. It's
Yep.
like right there. It's got a little bit of a marquee looking thing. And they're still, even during the pandemic, I've stopped there a few times, they're still there.
Fun.
The best thing is they have, on Mondays, they have $1 new release rentals.
Oh, cool.
So I'll try to make a whole trip out of it on Mondays if I can.
That's awesome.
In fact, the new Tremors movie is coming out. I think I'm going to hit that up on Monday.
Nice.
That's epic. that is
awesome.
epic. So, yeah. Anything else before we close out for the night, Chris?
Well, yeah, so then another one that I had mentioned this before, and it seemed like people considered it more of a Christmas movie, but Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh, no, that is a straight up, through and through Halloween movie. It's not Christmas at all.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some Christmas stuff in it, but
Wait, is that the song, This Is Halloween?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it seemed like the popular opinion when I brought it up, this was probably a couple months ago or something, was that It's like, oh, that's a Christmas film. That's not a Halloween movie.
Have
It's
you
like,
seen movie, Kara? I feel like we should watch it.
What? That's such a classic. You have to. You have to.
I watch it every year at minimum.
Yeah, I watch it at least 3 times a year.
You'll like it.
Bar
So
none.
when like I said, we didn't really celebrate Halloween growing up.
Of all of us in here, I think you would like it the best.
It's iconic.
Really?
Yeah, it's
you're gonna love
iconic.
It's
Maybe we'll watch
claymation,
that
right?
one tonight. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
I appreciate claymation so much because of how much work goes into it.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's like
Well, not
Yeah,
even,
the frame by
blows
frame.
my mind,
Yeah.
the kind of work that
I don't
goes
want to
into
mess
it.
this up. It's Tim Burton.
Yes, Tim Burton. He
Tim
wrote
Burton.
the
It's
story.
a Disney Tim Burton film.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was a dying art at the time too. Like there were very few frame by frame films at that point in time.
Oh, and the
So-
amount of ambition they went through with like the robot controlled cameras and everything.
Oh, man,
They
yeah.
so not only would it just like keep track and do the motion for you, they had to swing out of the way so they could make their adjustment to the scene and then swing back into exactly where they were.
Wow.
And the amount of like just like big sweeping shots and like the camera work in it is just incredible. Like the anime, it's amazing. It's so good.
That's awesome. So yeah, we're gonna have to watch that one. I think maybe that's what we'll watch when we get back. That and Terminator. Now I'm in the mood for Terminator.
I
Oh,
also have
God.
not seen Terminator.
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think you'd like
Oh.
that one as much.
I wanted to see him though. It's just a classic movie.
It's a movie that should be in everyone's.
I enjoy
have
action
watched.
movies, so
I think
Oh,
you'd like
you'll
it.
love this then.
Yeah.
It's nonstop action. It's
it's
got
so good.
great heart. The theme is iconic, and it's so relevant still.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, technology going bonkers, and doing what you got these self-driving cars
Yes.
these days. It's always relevant.
The way James Cameron ties, so there's technically they're flashbacks, but it's to the future. It'll make sense.
Mm-hmm.
The way he ties together the flashbacks and the machines to the current day machinery and everything too. Mm-hmm. Ugh, it's so good.
Yeah,
I'm
It's a
gonna do-
masterclass in filmmaking. $6 million. They made that movie for $6 million.
incredible.
It's outrageous, and the most recent one was like $183 million budget or something.
And it was horrible.
I was just gonna do a shout out for Justin, who's been on the podcast too. Even if you're not watching, I know he listens. I get so excited when someone hasn't seen a movie and you've seen it. It's like a little treasure just to share that movie with them. It's so
Yeah.
much fun. So
Definitely.
Kara did that with A Knight's Tale. I love that movie so much.
he was
Oh.
he was skeptical. He was very skeptical, and then I made him
I-
watch it.
I
and
never-
he's like, I love this.
I
It's
never
good.
crapped on a movie so much ahead of I'm like, I'm not going to lie. I just crapped on
He
the box.
did.
I would have never picked that at the movie store.
No,
ever.
I agree completely. And I don't think that it's great personally, but it's good.
It's good. I
Knight's
liked it.
Tale.
You just like Heath Ledger.
Well, and then it's like we had watched
Yeah,
Man
well,
in the High
so.
Castle, and the villain in Man in the High Castle, and villain that turns good. He's an interesting character. He's the villain in
And
A Knight's Tale. I don't even know his name. He's not that big of a celebrity, but he's good. He is all
dark
fun.
hair, blue eyes,
Fun.
curly hair.
It's fun.
Brad says we should go to Disneyland in October. That would be amazing.
I would love
Maybe
it.
next October.
Yeah.
Is it open? Disneyland's not even open.
Well, not
World
right
is.
now, but maybe next October.
They
Yeah.
dress it up for Halloween and stuff. Like it's
Do they?
nothing but Nightmare Before Christmas stuff everywhere. Yeah, they pull out all the stops for
Oh,
Halloween.
that's sweet.
They dress up the big castle and the fireworks are all Halloween. Yeah, it's
I-
So
exciting.
we'll be doing next year.
If
Yeah.
we lived within range of a Disneyland or World, I would have a annual pass hold.
Oh, heck yeah.
I would. I would go
100%.
there all the time.
100%.
When you can go there, it's just so much fun. I love them there. I
Oh,
love going there.
thank you, Hyperspace Hangout. He says that is a sick backdrop. Kara and Jeremy put up that wallpaper and didn't get divorced. So
That's where and then we got that C3PO. I was gonna pose him funny. Kara, you can move.
yeah, he's
him.
kind of got the knocking knees thing happening. Oh, look at him jiggle around.
Oh, funny.
C-3PO's got the moves.
Wow. I like just how it moves.
He's like twerking.
That could be a new dance sensation. But you have to have the jack-o'-lantern pail with you.
Yep.
Isn't that so
it's not
cool?
Halloween.
Yeah.
It's not Halloween official unless it's a jack-o'-lantern pail.
Yep.
Do you remember when McDonald's used to give out the Happy Meals and the pumpkin and ghost pails and stuff like that?
I remember.
You're
that.
talking about everything that's important to me.
Hey, I saw that in your interview too.
Yes.
My favorite McDonald's toys ever was like the chicken nugget lineup.
Yeah, the
Oh,
McNugget
yes!
buddies.
He's got
Yes, all of
Really?
them,
Yep.
every single one. They were so hard to come by too because they're in such high demand. I even have the original posters that they would put up in the drive-through window.
Those were my
Dude.
favorite.
Those didn't get shown, but like I've got that, and then the original pails and stuff, and yeah. Oh, my
Man,
God.
child, I feel like I'm 6 years old again.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I've still got the high off the wax bottles. A little bit of wax in my teeth, talking about McDonald's drive-thru and Halloween pails and fun
Oh, my
movies and
goodness.
video stores. Nostalgia hit us hard today.
Yes, it did.
Brad says Burger King always had the Star Wars stuff. Here's something that surprised me. Okay, so I've been watching a lot of 80s commercials. Just they had the big 2-hour long compilations of 80s commercials and just have it playing in the background while I'm working. And I was surprised that Disney did a bunch of stuff with Hardee's in the 80s.
Really?
And it's like Disney and McDonald's have been married forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, Disney's what was it? It was I think it was a Snow White re-release. Because up until basically the 80s, the only way to watch a movie was to go. They didn't really have home video stuff.
Right.
Whole legal thing, very interesting. If you want to check it out, look at the battle over the legality of VHS tapes. It's incredibly interesting. But the only way to really legally rewatch a film was to wait for it to get re-released and go and watch it again. And so every time Disney would go and do a re-release of one of their classics at the theaters, they would do a tie-in again. And Hardee's was really big into that, or Carl's Jr., depending on where you're from. I don't know if they were merged at that point, but this was specifically a Hardee's tie-in. It blew my mind. I was like, am I in Bizarro World right now? Disney and Hardee's?
Yeah. Forever, Hardee's and Subway have had the worst toys.
I
And
forgot
Wendy's.
that Subway had toys.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
Subway,
terrible.
Hardee's, and Wendy's
The Dennis
had
the Menace.
worst toys.
Oh, no, that's Dairy Queen.
That was Dairy
Menace.
Queen, the kids' picnic meal.
Yeah.
For some reason, it was always Dennis the Menace with
Forever.
them.
It was
For
a-
the longest time, and then they'd swap out, and they had their own weird little mascots. It was like a chimp, and do you remember this? It was like chocolate chimp.
Yeah,
And
I recall what you're saying.
Yeah, and then they had those guys. And then Dennis the Menace, and then every now and then they tie in with something. It was all over the place.
Yeah. What are you doing with Subway or Dairy Queen or whatever?
Whatever it was.
Everybody.
The one thing I remember is that when Burger King got Pokemon stuff, Burger King carried these gold-plated, and it was in a Pokeball.
Oh,
and it would
yeah.
I
open
remember
up,
that.
And there were these little gold-plated things, and I just had to catch them all.
All right, so
Suck me into their marketing.
speaking about Hardee's, so Brad says Hardee's circa the 80s was the best. My all-time favorite meal growing up, if we were going to go out to eat somewhere, because we had a Hardee's in town, was a hot ham and cheese sandwich, curly fries, and a small chocolate
Okay,
shake.
Hardee's hot ham and
Yes!
cheese is still one of
Good.
the best fast food
Oh,
meals
yeah.
you can
So
get.
Yeah.
good.
How do they make hot ham and cheese literally anywhere else is
Yeah.
There, it's
Hardee's, yeah.
whatever
So
they did. They
good.
sold their soul to make a hot ham and cheese, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, it was so good. For breakfast, I would do the cinnamon raisin biscuits at Hardee's. I would die for those.
Oh yeah, and they had the California raisins
Yes.
dancing around to promote
Yes!
those.
That
Yes.
was all Hardee's. That you could get the toys.
Yeah, for
The
like
raisin.
a
right.
buck or something, you could get. Yeah, you'd have to get the raisin biscuit or whatever, and then for an extra buck, you could choose the character you wanted. And they came with a trading card. It was a whole thing. It was a phenomenon.
I remember the biscuits and the toys, but not together. But now I do remember. My grandma loved the California raisins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
What-
grandma had a whole collection of them too.
What a weird,
I've got the whole
specifically
thing.
1980s thing.
Oh man! But if you guys don't know what you're missing out on if you haven't had a cinnamon raisin biscuit with the sauce they'd put on top, and they always come out warm. It was like Hardee's. I mean, McDonald's has been doing breakfast forever, but that was a staple of Hardee's too. No one Arby's doesn't do it, or neither Wendy's didn't do breakfast.
They just started doing it recently. Didn't do it when I was there.
Yeah.
But that's been 5 years, so.
Oh my goodness, man, nostalgia. All right, so there's, so one last thing I want us to do before we go. So I talked about different borderline Halloween films.
Yep.
So I want each of us to do one mandatory watch Halloween film. Oh. And I'll start because this is gonna be. I know you're gonna agree with this pick. This is my all-time favorite Halloween movie, Ernest Scared Stupid.
No way!
Mandatory
oh my God,
watch.
Awesome.
Yea, I call thee forth, Trantor. Oh man, so freaking good. Classic, just classic children's Halloween film that holds up today.
I was gonna
So good.
say, for Kara, the only one I would say, Apple TV has ruined it this year because Apple TV has the rights to the pumpkin Charlie Halloween movie. It's only on Apple TV this year.
That's unfair.
Isn't that
That's- yeah,
unfair?
Yeah, it's the first
should
time in
watch that tonight,
50
though.
years
You wanna watch
that they're
that?
pulling it.
It's,
Yeah, and it's
the
on Apple
Charlie
TV.
Brown movies are always short. They're 45 minutes an hour?
Yeah, but that's still
Yeah.
enough time. I think.
Right, no, Jeremy's saying that's what we should watch tonight, but I was like, we can watch more than just that.
And then if I had to pick a Halloween movie that I would watch more than any other movie,
No, this is like your mandatory suggestion. Like the people have to watch this in Halloween time.
I mean, for me, it'd be Army of Darkness.
Ooh,
I knew you
that's
were going to say
good.
that.
That is a
Good
good
one.
pick.
I
That is
love
a very good pick.
The Necronomicon, and it's Bruce Campbell's best work in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's
Hail
so
to the king, baby.
Oh,
So many
That was
iconic
creepy.
lines. In
Like-
that, yeah.
I love that movie so much. Oh, is it good? It is good.
Yeah. Well, you got to watch Evil Dead 1 and 2 before
So
Army of
I've
Darkness.
watched the Evil Dead series, and I've really wanted to get into the new one, but
Ash vs.
it
the
doesn't.
Evil Dead.
Yeah, it just doesn't hold a candle
Isn't
to.
it
was
a
a
TV show? We started
yeah.
watching it
Yeah.
last year.
Yep.
Yep.
We
But
watched
I couldn't.
like 3 episodes or
It's
something.
not. It's Army of Darkness is like they struck lightning with that one. It's so good. It is so good. So that's like my Halloween movie. If you haven't seen it,
All right,
you got to check it out.
Kara.
I don't know.
That's what I was gonna say. The Charlie
Oh.
Brown
Charlie
pumpkin.
Brown. Like I don't watch scary movies.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Well, neither. Well, I mean, that's sort of scary, but it's just more awesome
And I
than
don't
anything.
want.
It is
I don't know,
awesome.
I don't really.
No, the Evil Dead movies were scary.
Yeah.
Those
Oh,
are
definitely.
legit. Yeah, those are legit
Horrifying,
scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Completely inappropriate as well.
But you know what? Maybe I did watch Evil Dead 1 and then 2, and then when I watched Army of Darkness, I was like, what? How is this in the same?
Yeah,
like, how
it's
is this
such
the
a
same
radically
character?
different
'Cause
thing. It's
turned
like
around.
watching Three Stooges versus The Exorcist.
Yeah,
It's like
I
all in the
know.
same line.
Yeah, Evil Dead's freaky. Like it's actually scary.
No thanks.
Yeah, but it's the same character. It's Ash.
Yeah, it's Ash and the people he runs into. And
Yeah.
his girlfriend shows up and all of them. Always
Oh,
played
man.
by a different actress.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Out in the woods, in a cabin, getting haunted.
Well, so maybe Kara can use her slot to talk about her cool shirt.
Carrot, tell us about your shirt.
I made it this afternoon.
Cute.
It's Baby Yoda.
For those who don't
For
know,
those who don't know. And yes, I called him Baby Yoda. Get over it.
until they give us an alternative name, I think that's what we should say.
That's what pop culture is referring to him as. That's not going to go away.
Yeah.
That's just what it is.
So yeah, it's just
It's like layered too, which is kind of fun.
yeah. So you got the little bassinet, and then the dark background, then his ears, and yeah, everything's layered. I don't know.
Impressive
Cute.
seamstressing.
And then I guess so David had texted me. He wants us to talk about The Mandalorian, but I'm gonna let it ride for another week because if people haven't had a chance to watch it yet, it is so fresh. It just came out yesterday. I don't want to spoil
You
it.
need to watch it. So good. Oh my gosh.
It was a good episode.
And then the other thing I'm really sad about, hopefully it's not a surprise to you, but we'll just talk about it just for a quick second. I just want to say I was really shocked to hear that Sean Connery passed away today.
Oh, that
was a bummer.
that was sad.
So just
Yeah.
my movies with him, like one of the first movies I've actually seen him in was The Last Crusade, but that's because of how much I loved Indiana Jones. The him and Harrison Ford's relationship in that movie was just absolutely rock solid. You've got, Dad, they come in through the windows. And I've remembered my Charlemagne or whatever, and let the birds and the whatever
Yeah.
speak for me. But just
Let
all
my
of it.
armies be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the sky.
You think I'd be stupid? You think he'd be stupid enough to bring it with him?
Yeah.
We're going to Berlin. Like it's just the whole is him in that movie, and then I saw
My diaries in Berlin.
he was in Highlander, wasn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He
he
was
was
the
in
Highlander.
So Highlander, you've got Indiana Jones, you've got everybody's like
James Bond.
James Bond, right?
Oh, yeah.
James
Yeah.
Bond. But those are the ones like those are the classic movies with him. I literally can't.
The
believe it.
Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock.
So
Yeah.
I just read a thing today that who directed it? Peter
No, crap.
Michael Bay.
Yes.
It was
Michael Bay
yeah.
tried to tell him he needed to change his acting, and he said, "Why don't you go jump off a bridge? Why
Good.
don't you go jump off a bridge?"
Why don't you go jump off a bridge?
That'll learn
So,
him.
Hunt for Red October, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
Hunt for Red October. Yep.
super awesome. So I was absolutely that one caught me off guard because I just absolutely love so many.
Yep.
of his movies.
Samesies. Yeah. Dragonheart as well.
Oh,
That's what I
yeah.
love him in. Yeah.
That's yeah.
Oh, what was
That is a gem of a movie. I don't think people even realize
It
exists.
doesn't get the love that it should.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Again, another movie that's
yeah.
that's a movie that like it's not necessarily Halloweeny, but I would watch that around Halloween time.
Van Helsing. I did grow up watching Van Helsing.
Oh, I love that movie.
Right?
Okay.
I did too.
Yep.
So I would say Van Helsing then.
That's a great pick.
That would be my Halloween must
Okay.
watch.
Jared keeps saying Entrapment. I haven't seen Entrapment.
Oh, Entrapment's great. Yeah, Catherine Zeta-Jones. He like learns her how to like break into banks and stuff.
Oh,
It's cool.
Cool. All
Yeah.
right, I'll have to check that out. And then, of course, the King of Halloween has the most decisive vote of all. What is the mandatory must-watch Halloween film?
I demand that everybody watch, and every year, me and the Royal Court, we have to watch this on Halloween night. You have to watch Trick or Treat. Trick-er with the R. Trick or Treat. It came out in 2009. You've seen the character now. The character has become iconic. Sam. He's the short little guy. He's the size of Chucky, and he's got the little burlap sack over his head, and the orange pajamas, and he's got the little burlap sack that he walks around with, and the cane, or the sucker. It's got the sucker with the bite mark in it. That iconic character is basically the character for Halloween now. That character is Halloween incarnate, and he goes out and he protects Halloween, and he makes sure that everyone's following the rules, and he makes sure that no one's breaking the rules by, not giving out candy or blowing out jack-o'-lanterns. And if you do those things, he's gonna come for you because he is Halloween incarnate.
Yes.
That's the movie you have to watch. It's so brilliant, and Keith loves it too.
Yeah.
And
Does he?
Yes, he talks about it in his book as well. A little shout out to the horror handbook anthology.
Yeah. Real quick, Hyperspace Hangout, thanks for joining us. We're about to wrap up too, but I'm glad that you enjoyed your time here.
Yeah.
So Keith Hopkins of Gravedigger Dave's Halfway House also is the book released? I forget.
Yeah, it just came out on Tuesday.
Okay, that's right. So the horror anthology handbook.
That specifically just reminded me, I want to say it was an episode of Star versus the Forces of Evil.
Yeah.
There's just one episode where the dad takes it upon himself to be the scariest house.
Ooh.
And so once
Yes.
Star comes in, she's a wizard from another dimension or a witch from
She's a princess from another dimension, and as the royalty of that line, the butterfly line, magic gets passed down to each of them.
Okay.
So she brings in, it's this little ghost shows up in a taxi cab, and all these kids go, and it was something about candy, and he eats the kids instead of, if they don't give him candy, or
she summons him. He's this little ghost guy, not scary at all, about this big, and she's like, hey, so yeah, we need you to, make this house the scariest on the block, and he's like, okay. And he goes to this room, and the girls follow him, and he's like, can you guys please leave me alone now? And so they leave. And the one friend's like, okay, I'm going to go tell this guy he needs to leave because he's not that scary. So she goes up to tell him to leave, and he eats her.
Oh.
You hear screaming, and Star is like, what? And so I think does Marco or Star go up? Everyone gets eaten
in the entire neighborhood.
Yep.
And he keeps growing and growing.
Keeps growing and growing and growing and growing until he's huge.
Kind of a blob situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so the dad, because his house wasn't the scariest and got made fun of by these kids, he goes out into the back, into his little, shed, and he's moping in there, and he comes back inside, and nobody's around. He's like, what? What's going on? So he goes upstairs, and there's, this black goo liquid kind of dripping out from
It's a good
the
episode.
room. And he goes in there, and the blob is like, I don't remember what the thing's name was, the ghost thing. He's like, I ate them all. Obviously a lot scarier than that, but he's like, but this is your lucky day because I am full and I cannot eat another. And the guy's like, give me my family. And he's like, I told you I ate them. And he opens his mouth, and you see all of these people rammed in there just absolutely horrified, screaming for their lives. And the guy's like, give me my family. And so he jumps in there, which causes
He's too full.
He's too full, and so it causes him to vomit everyone out.
Oh.
Huh. Then everyone realizes it wasn't part of the plan. They thought it was a part of the plan, and they're like, you got the scariest house ever! We got eaten alive for 20 minutes! And then they got vomited out. But
Funny.
Yeah.
we will also watch that movie, Matt.
Ooh, yes.
Well, you might.
I will.
I don't do scary.
Yeah.
Jeremy tried to get me to watch it with him. Did not happen.
1990 or 2017?
2017.
Okay. Not as scary as 1990.
No.
You've seen the 1990s.
Tim Curry will forever haunt my nightmares.
Yeah. That guy is Pennywise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tim Curry played Pennywise?
Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, and he like stayed away from the rest of the cast so they wouldn't like get attached to him, and he would only show up as the clown and like scare the hell out of the
That
kids,
makes sense.
and then go back to his trailer.
The first thing I saw Tim Curry
Who's the one
in
who
was
does the thing with the
Mikhail's Maybe.
eyes?
What's that?
Who's the one who
Have you
does the
watched
thing with the
Mikhail's
eye?
Maybe?
Like, he could like. Is that did Tim Curry do that as Pennywise, or is that just the 2017?
It was
one?
just the 2017.
The 2017 one. He spooked
He
the director
legit
because
could, like,
Yeah, he can actually do that too,
Yeah.
like on command.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the cool thing about him.
my watch.
All right. So then one more movie recommendation for Halloween is James Carpenter's Halloween. I think
Oh,
pretty classic film. Honestly, like as good of a Halloween movie I think as you can get. Like the proto slasher flick. Michael Myers, Jamie Lee Curtis, can't go wrong.
yeah. First like real slasher movie that set up the formula
Yep.
and introduced the world to what slasher movies would be
Yep.
from that point on. Yeah, started the slasher boom. Yeah, first movie that was really about Halloween.
Yeah.
as well, and first movie called Halloween. First movie with Halloween in the title. Yeah, that's a great one all around.
We got a phone in from Al. I'm guessing made a recommendation of Strangleland or Strangeland.
Strangeland. Okay, yep, that one. Okay,
Never seen it.
I have also not seen it.
it's all right. I mean, it's not bad.
Okay.
It's coming through. It just was no context, just the message with a link to the Wikipedia page. So
I'll have to give that one a rewatch, but that's a good suggestion.
Did you say The Shining, Ryan?
Shining classic.
That was
Yeah.
on par with like it.
Oh, yep,
You know,
yep.
Well, of course. Yep. Okay. So, do you guys want one more piece of candy before we call her a night?
We might as well. I can't think of a better
All
way
right.
to
We
close
got.
it out.
Pick your whatever you want. If there's something that you don't have over there, I can throw you another one. If you want another Reese's or a Snickers.
Kids over here.
Oh, I ate all mine.
All of them?
Sure.
All right, so we skipped past a whole bunch of things, but that's okay. If you made it this far into the video, you've made it to the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this Halloween night. Give this video a like if you want to see more things like this. Comment down below what your favorite candy is. Obviously, it's Halloween. That's what we've got to know from you guys. Subscribe if you're not already. Ring the notification bell to be notified every time we upload a new video or go live. Thank you guys so much for watching, and of course...
May the force be with you.